So we're back. And we're getting all the fairies that we collected last time and didn't get that only one that we couldn't get. It's quite sad.
But now we do have to do the whole temple and get all those fairies.
Well, yeah, we have to go through a lot of the temple, but we don't have to complete the temple. Because we have everything that we were going to get from the temple already. I guess, I don't know if the locked doors stay unlocked. So the fairies will fly over to you. So, are there any jars behind you? In the platform behind you? And the snowballs, I guess? Slice those up. Maybe we'll get some arrows.
Oh, I gotta break the bubble?
Yeah, exactly. If you break the bubble, then they'll just fly right up to you.
Oh, you're right, I don't have arrows. God damn it.
Yeah. Well, I'll pull up a list so we can get them a little bit quicker, because it's been a while.
Yeah.
You should sit closer to the mic, too, if you can.
Okay. No! This is annoying. No, not the piggy mask.
Did you... Oh.
Oh, nope. Ew.
See, I feel like when I first played this game, I actually just rolled into that little nook, and I have no idea how I managed to do that, and I must have had a lot
Seriously? I've tried so many times to roll into that nook.
Yeah, no, I have no idea how I did it, and I feel like I probably had mounds of frustration.
Arrows.
Damn, alright, well, we'll just come back to this area because it's not that hard to get to. Right by the front door. So let's start with... Oh, there's two in this room. In the freezer room along the eastern wall, you can shoot it with an arrow. Great. We don't have those.
Nope. You know,
Okay.
the thing about this game, like other Zelda games, all of them have things you can come back to temples for, and like you have to, and you can't complete the temples like 100% without coming back with the proper equipment. The annoying thing about this game, though, is that you have to redo everything because the whole time travel messes it up. So in other games, you don't have to go back and deal with all the bullshit.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass. Oh, that's right, we got fire arrows from this place.
Oh, that's right, that guy don't do nothing.
Well, now you have arrows, so pop that bubble. Can you equip normal arrows and fire arrows?
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter. I'm just curious.
There was a thing you got for killing all these guys, right?
I think it was a chest. But I don't know if these doors stay unlocked or not if you revert time. Oh, maybe they do relock. Huh. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to redo everything. I mean, we can do things much quicker now that we have the item from the temple, but yeah, we already know how to do everything. Don't waste our time.
Well, it makes sense why it's that way, because otherwise you feel really inconsistent with the whole time thing, so...
I mean, but there already are inconsistencies. We keep the equipment, you know?
That's true. Keep the bow, but not the arrows.
It's a little weird. But, I guess it could be worse.
Oh, there's one there, too.
Yep, that's the other one in this room. Oh, okay.
Oh, I couldn't roll.
Whip out that Great Fairy Mask.
God damn it. Go ram fairy.
Oh man, it's so jittery with the joystick. Like you jump while aiming. I got really spoiled from the 3DS version, that's without a doubt. I'm going to keep talking about it just because I love the difference between the two. They really refined the game.
Well, they had many years to figure out how they would change it.
Oh yeah. Well, plus
Hi, fairy.
they got to hear all the feedback from all the other players
that's so
throughout the years.
nice.
Yeah, right.
Because some of them, you know how they just like float around, and you're like, God,
Just
get
come
over here. Why do I have to time my jumps with you? There's another one over there.
Yeah, I really wish that I had realized that when I was a kid, because I didn't bother getting a lot of the Great Fairy powers because I was like, I don't want to spend all this time collecting all these fairies that are damn near impossible to get. But actually, if you have the Great Fairy Mask, it becomes a lot easier than I thought.
Yeah.
And the Great Fairy Mask is a lot easier to get than I remembered.
Yeah, right? Why didn't I get this earlier?
Well, to be fair, it's the only time the Great Fairy gives you something twice.
You're right. It breaks a pattern.
It does. So we have this expectation that the Great Fairies are only going to give us something once and never again. So why would we collect the fairy and bring it to the Great Fairy again unless we just wanted to get healed, I guess. But if you're in town, you're probably not really starving for hearts.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
This part's a pain in the ass too. Oh wait, no, isn't the... Oh no, the path doesn't connect.
Nope.
Dumb.
Now I get to relive everything I hate about this temple. Yay!
I mean, if you don't want to, then I'll do it. I don't really
it's
care.
Okay.
Alright.
No. Face the right way.
Also, I really got spoiled from having dual joysticks.
Ah!
Oh yeah,
Fucking A.
Z targeting is so bad.
And that's ooh God, I can't do it without the Z targeting. That's how I play all Zelda games. I Z target everything so I'm facing exactly the right way.
Well, yeah, you have to. It's a pain in the ass if you don't have the camera facing the right way. It's definitely something that Nintendo benefited from when they started introducing dual joysticks and not using the second joystick as another form of buttons. Like the C stick in this really shouldn't be controlling the oh well, this was designed for the N64, so I take that back.
It makes sense why. It's just it sucks. Please be phasing the right way. Get there. Yeah.
Ooh, nicely done. That's like gymnast style landing. All right.
I'm just gonna shoot all this shit down with my fire arrows.
Should we do like a little fast forward sequence while we just get all the fairies?
Okie dokie.
Because I feel like we've already talked this temple to death, so...
Yeah, it's true.
And we just got the one fairy that we were missing before, so...
Y'all know how this goes.
I think that's about how the song goes.
Yep.
Oh my god, these fucking things. Get out of here. Oh, I forgot about this. So in the 3DS version of this game, the Goron toggles between curl mode.
What do you mean?
So in this, you have to hold down A to curl. But in the 3DS version, you just hit the button once, and he stays curled.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of nice. It was actually a little annoying at first because I was used to the opposite.
Oh, okay.
But
How do you move your legs around in these? They cut into your legs.
it actually is a pain in the ass sometimes.
Apparently, there's a service in Japan where you can rent a boyfriend.
Oh, good. I mean, there's a service in Japan that you can hire someone to cuddle with.
Whoa.
Yeah. Japan's got everything.
All the love you could want. They have they have host bars too.
Host bars?
Yeah, it's bars where like attractive guys work and like you can rent their time at the bar. So they just like hang out with you and like I guess it's like the it's I don't want to say it's like a strip club, but it's like the same kind of idea where you could like buy a lap dance and she like does stuff for you, but instead you're buying time and affection. So they tend to be. Have you seen the Oran Club Oran Host Club Academy?
I've seen you watch it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that, except at a bar instead of a high school. So yeah, you pay to spend time with them. They're really affectionate to you, and they generally fit in a certain stereotype or like an archetype. So that's why people have their favorites or whatever, and girls are usually regulars and they come all the time and they favor the same guy or whatever.
That's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would be so uncomfortable doing something like that, like, and from either side, really. Oh God, is it bad that like I keep trying to like move the controller as if I'm holding the 3DS? And,
no,
like,
that's what you're used to playing this on now.
God, I got so spoiled. Oh, how did you do this?
But yeah, I watched a documentary about host clubs. It was actually really interesting.
Oh, I would watch that.
It was a cool documentary.
Fucking camera. Ah, okay. This is probably about as good as it's gonna get.
But yeah, they basically, have like opening a bottle of champagne or like doing that kind of thing costs extra. So of course they try to lay in the affection to get them to buy those kinds of things and spend lots of money.
Oh yeah, of course.
And of course there's always the issue of women falling in love with them or like actually liking them, and they're like, this is an act and this is not actually me, and
yes,
all that awkward.
Yeah, no, that's really complicated, actually.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, how did I play this before? So I looked it up at one point. The Kokiri sword does base damage. It's just like 1 point of damage per hit. The Razor sword does 2 damage per hit. This sword does 3. And there's actually another sword that I found out about later that does 4 times the damage. It's ridiculous. Goddamn wolves. Get the fuck out of my... Oh. Get out of my house. No, Loch Ness Monster. I ain't gonna give you no 350. What? What? I don't know what just happened, but I'm kind of okay with it. Oh, nice. And now... Bam! Yes! The only time that ever happens. And it always gets me. 8th one. Hey, actually, we're not doing too bad. Halfway there.
That fucking fairy mess. And its big old dreads.
Right. So with the 3DS version, it's really, really nice because I can use the joystick to get like... Oh, are you kidding me? To get like most of the way to a target, and then use the motion to get the rest of it. It's
That's
like...
nice.
Yeah, it's like fine-tuned controls. It's,
don't worry, that wall is fake.
yeah, that's what I was doing, because I think there's a fairy behind it. Or maybe it's a key. Something is. Something's up with that spot. Oh, it's on the other side? That's weird. Da-da-da-da!
9 fairies, 9.
Damn it. I'm a pretty princess and no one can tell me otherwise. Oh, wait! Oh, I remember.
Candy Shack?
I think, unless this is just in the 3DS version, I think there actually is a fairy in here.
Oh God, you're right.
Bam!
How the fuck would you have thought of that?
I really don't know, actually. Because, okay, so they actually...
The only way you could get that is with the mask, because you can't get back up there.
Yeah, exactly. So you actually need the mask in order to do this. Are you gonna get the fuck over here? Get...
Quit orbiting me.
God damn it, asshole. So yeah, and they actually fixed this in the 3DS version. You still need the mask in order to get it, but the benefit is that the ceiling is actually, it looks different in the 3DS version. And you can barely tell that there's something going on with it. If you were anyone else, you'd be like, oh, that just looks like weird polygons on the ceiling, right?
Right.
You wouldn't think twice about it. That actually is really, really bad design. It's too hidden, too difficult.
It kind of has that, like, exploration thing, where it's like, when you happen upon it, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't think they have to have everything spelled out for you.
No, but it's already hidden enough. It's on the ceiling in a room that you would never think twice about. They don't need to make it more subtle. What? All right. That's cool, I guess. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna redo all that bullshit. That's what I was saying when we started the fast forward sequence, was that we were just gonna run out the timer with the fast forward. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop it at key points where we start talking about interesting things. And we'll slow it down just for that, and then fast forward again. It'll hit those extra 5 minutes easily. I don't think I need to be here. Oh well. Make that 3 fairies that we can't get without the Great Fairy Mask.
Where was that other one?
It was another one that was hidden in a wall. But it was too high of a wall to reach. Ah, one more, and I know where it is. Yes! Alright, there it is.
Would it be easier with the Goron? Like to roll down there?
Probably not, because the Goron can't grab ledges. Quit moving the camera on me. Yes. Oh, sweet Jesus. I did not want to do that again.
I don't blame you.
Yes. Quick, take them to the fairies of the same color.
Do you know where the fairy temple is?
Yep. It's actually pretty straightforward this time. Fuck
There's
you.
the rumble.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm happy we changed the controller. There's some rumble things that become important in this version of the game. Yeah. Now, I don't know what this fairy is going to give us. In the 3DS version, this fairy gives us, I believe, double defense, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, no shit.
I would consider that game breaking, because it made the game way too easy this early on, because it literally doubles your hearts effectively, which is just insane. I get the feeling that this fairy is going to increase our magic meter.
Little fitsy bun. That would be useful.
Oh, it's super useful. Not nearly as powerful as double defense, but hell, I'll take it. It'll make a lot of things we do later on a lot easier, too. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ow!
Oh yeah, it's in the same area, isn't it?
Bam!
Wow.
Take your damn fragments of your own self and give me a power so I can move on to the next goddamn thing. I'm done with that temple.
It would make sense if it's magic because they're green. Oh, and her hair's green too.
Yeah, actually, I never even thought of that, but it makes sense.
Can you see the color?
Yeah, it looks kind of yellowish to me, but I can see the green.
It looks super neon lime green.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, cool.
Oh,
Double magic.
Yeah. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
I could be wrong. I suppose in the Majora's, in the 3DS version, she might have given us double magic here too, but
Somewhere you got double defense.
it's either this one or it was the third one, and either way, I guess the third one might give us double defense in this one too.
We're powering up.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's everything we wanted to do this episode, right?
Yes.
Cool. Any final thoughts before we close out the episode?
It's hard because we've done that temple before, so it's still the same kind of...
Yeah, it's really the same feedback or same criticisms that we had before. And even like while I was playing through and collecting the fairies this time, I struggled in exactly the same place as you did. And especially, like, it's a lot better in the 3DS version, if only because you have more control over the camera. And it makes that temple a lot more bearable. But in the N64 version, still is pretty damn annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
My one main takeaway was the thing we already talked about comparing it to other Zelda games. Where you go back and collect things and...
Yeah. And that's a problem across this entire game. And, like, it has, I suppose, the effect of... I have no idea where this ramp is, by the way.
Look at your map. You're right by it.
Oh, that's right, it slopes down. Why is the camera moving on me? It has the effect of... God damn it. I'm just going to teleport. It has the effect of... Oh, hey, look. Perfect. It has the effect of kind of making the challenge, like... It makes you want to succeed. Because if you fail, the consequences are that you're going to have to lose everything when you rewind time, and then you're going to have to do it all over again. But that's not necessarily good design.
It's interesting because that's what makes this game so iconic, and that has a lot of benefits, so it's just one of the negative parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it certainly has its perks and flaws. I mean, yeah, you're right. It is what made it so iconic. I think they could have just modified things in certain places, like the temples, to make things a little bit more bearable. But cool. All right, well, that's it for this episode. Yeah, it was a weird one, but hope you guys liked it. We'll see you in the archives.
Later.